Aries, welcome to Kaminacation. Thank you for joining me. This is your shadow work message. I've been really wanting to get into this series for a while now, so I'm really excited to be doing it. It's going to be basically to look at what is it that you need to work on for your spiritual path. What is it that's blocking you from your highest good, your highest self, whatever that means to you. And if you want a more personal, more specific reading, make sure you check out the links in the description box below. If you want to book a live personal reading with me, that's really the best way to get the most information. And if you enjoyed this series, like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below, tell me what you think. That lets me know if I should keep, doing the same series or not. So we're going to look at what's going on in your environment, in your head space, in your heart space, and your intuition. That is the way that Spirit gave it to me. And then at the end, we will answer one question with the Angel Oracle. You can either ask a question in your head and I'll pick a card, or you don't have to do that. It'll just be some kind of message for you. So let's get started and just look at what is the main shadow work that Aries. Same thing happened just now. Scorpio's reading a card, fell on the floor immediately. What is the main shadow work that Aries needs to focus on, Spirit? What's the main energy of the shadow work that Aries needs to focus on? Whoa, I'm going to take that one. It popped out really crazy. We have individuality. Didn't you just get this card like 2 weeks ago for another reading? Individuality. And at the bottom of the deck, we have completion. This is the card that originally fell on the floor. We actually have 911 here. Whew, so this may be like something urgent, quote, quote, but look up 911. That's actually one of my light codes. I get that number all the time. So right now, Aries, it feels like your shadow work, the main thing that you need to be focused on is your individuality. I feel like with the completion card coming out here, I feel like there's some type of karmic completion that you've done. I'm feeling like this is something about you recognizing your uniqueness and allowing that to be the thing that guides you, right? And if you are not allowing yourself to be unique, especially if it's like in comparison to others around you, or for some of you, this may be some type of journey that you're on with another person, but I'm trying to keep it based on just you for these readings. But basically, I just feel like you are one of one, and it may be very different from the people that's around you or something like that. And that may be a part of the thing that you struggle with working with, but we'll get more details about this. Let's just see what's going on. Wow, we have the devil here at the bottom of the deck. Okay. What's going on in Aries' environment? King of Cups. Interesting. So Aries, this may have to do, I think this may have to do with love, but so we're going to keep it general. We're not going to make it about a particular person, but for some of you, this is an energy of like there may be like, let's look at what's going on in your headspace. I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling it. There may be somebody that you love or some kind of situation that you're in emotionally that is very unique. Right? And maybe there are people around you who don't understand it. I feel like there has been some kind of way that you've been approaching love that has maybe somehow been, I'm hearing bleak. I don't know what that means. I know what the word means, but I don't know what it's referring to. This is something about your emotions though. Okay. Absolutely. Something going on in your environment with the way that you feel, the way that you express how you feel. It's very different, or, yeah, I don't know if you're like open about it though. Okay. So let's look what's going on in the head. I have been living here for almost a year, and that shit still scares me. The thunder down here ain't nothing like anything else I've ever experienced. What is going on in the headspace for Aries? So whatever I just said right before that thunder, that was Spirit confirming it. In your headspace is the High Priestess in reverse. Aries, it feels like you're out of touch with your spirit guides. This is not, and listen, this is, you need to use your discernment, right? That's what you do for a tarot reading. So take this message how it resonates for you. And if you feel like, no, that's not me, then it's not your reading, and it's really that simple. But in your headspace, it feels like maybe you are more reliant on your logical mind than you are on your intuition. It feels like you maybe don't spend a lot of time getting in contact with your higher self, with your headspace there. It feels like the High Priestess in reverse is definitely a lack of connection to your higher self. And that's what I'm saying. It's like there's something here that maybe you feel and you know with the King of Cups, but you don't allow yourself to truly resonate with it or connect with it in your mind. Like, ooh, baby. Ooh, it's something. Yeah, it's something like that. What's going on in the heart space for Aries? The Four of Swords. Aries, I don't know what else to say. It absolutely feels like there's something here that you, and this maybe just matters, it doesn't have to be matters of love specifically, just a matter of how you approach your emotions. It feels like sometimes you feel things, but you don't necessarily know how to connect with them or align with them. That's the word that I want to use. And I don't know, there's something here about accepting that, like, the way that you approach things or think about things is different from other people with the individuality card here. In your heart space, you have swords. You have more logic, more thinking. This is you being super reflective, but almost to the point that it can be like kind of overdoing it, like thinking a lot about the past. That's what this person in the Four of Swords is doing. And so I feel like maybe that's a part of the thing that hinders you here, is trying to always apply logic to emotional situations. What's in the intuition for Aries? Show me the intuition. The Two of Wands. There's something here that I was going to say, you need to leave, and the Eight of Cups is right there at the bottom of the deck. This feels like a very specific message. This doesn't feel like an overall energy. It feels like something that's going on right now. But I just feel like, to keep it more open, I feel like intuitively there's something here that that you've, a certain way of being that you continue to align yourself with that really doesn't quite resonate with you anymore, but it's the comfort space. You know this intuitively. You know that it's time to expand. You know that it's time to even change your way of thinking about something. You know that some previous way of being is unsatisfying for you. It's not working for you. Ooh. I saw it coming that time and it still got me. Aries, I did not have this, I only done Scorpio reading so far, but this is bananas. We just had the full moon in your sign on the 20th, so you may be going through some groundbreaking realizations. Let's see what's going on a little bit closer. What is this King of Cups in? Yeah, look at this, the Eight of Swords. This is more mental anguish. This is not allowing your feelings to escape outside of the bounds of logic. Basically, if the emotions don't, and what is logic, right? Is logic your actual logic and way of thinking, or is it some standard that has been set for you by someone else? Is it a comfort zone that you've just been used to behaving in a certain way? What really is it? Whatever it is, it's like in your environment you don't feel, if it didn't get me that time, you don't feel like you can express yourself and let something out. And you know what? Was this year? No, that was Gemini's reading. That was like somebody's about to explode. In your environment, you are not able to express yourself emotionally. I don't know if you're not able to or if you just don't. There's something here that is like you don't open yourself up. So what's the High Priestess here? In your headspace, it looks like you don't take direction from your spirit guides. You don't take intuition. You don't follow your intuition. I'm not saying you don't, but I feel like some of you don't know when is it your spirit guides talking to you. You can't tell the difference. Something like that. And I feel like that's because what you need to do is take some time to get in contact with them. Meaning, do more meditation. Do more intuitive exercises. I do those sometimes, and I'll just feel like, okay, what am I feeling right now? Like just doing those types of exercises. Journaling really helps with that, with really getting in touch with how am I actually feeling right now. But in your headspace, it feels like there's some, you're going in a lot of different directions with your thoughts, and none of them are truly aligned to your higher self, or maybe that's why your thoughts I don't know. Maybe that's why they feel so sporadic. Maybe that's why they feel so untethered. That's why they feel so directionless, because they're not really connected to your true wants and needs, your true heart's desires. You're spending a lot, here it comes. You're spending a lot of time, Jesus, Aries. You're spending a lot of time thinking about what makes sense and what is logical. And I think that you, in your headspace, it's like in your headspace, you're not following your gut. And then in your heart space, you're following your mind. So it's like everything is kind of all jumbled up. That's kind of how I'm feeling it. What's the Four of Swords? What's the Four of Swords in the heart space? For some of you, this is about you needing to heal something in your heart. Maybe this is the thing that is continuing to keep you feeling like you can't express yourself, okay? We got the Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. A lot of you base your feelings on your physical appearance, maybe. I feel like a lot of your decisions that you make regarding love are based on physical things like money. I feel like a lot of you worry about money, you worry about stability, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this right here, I feel like doesn't really belong in the heart space. I feel like the power is going to go out. So if it does, I hope that this was helpful. Wish you the best of luck. Okay, if the power goes out, I can keep recording, but the light will be out. So what's the Two of Wands? The Ten of Wands. Yeah, and then this is your intuition. There's something here that you've been carrying and holding on to, some past experiences. And that's what I'm trying to say. Come here. Come here, baby. My dog is scared. I feel like there are some past experiences. This may even be some type of legacy from like family or something like that with the Ten of Pentacles here. Something that has affected the way that you go about self-expression. I don't know what that means for every one of you, but it's something that is old and that has been building up over time. And I feel like I want to get another card for this Ten of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Something to do is stability. Like your heart space is like ruled by, is it like by finances, by money, by stability? Tell me more about the Page of Wands. For some of you, there's some kind of past memory that you have from childhood that it really stuck with you, and it's like it's almost like you don't ever want to experience that again or something like that. So you create obstacles for yourself in different scenarios so that you don't ever have to face that same type of issue. But it's like also at the same time like blocking you. There's something that you need to heal regarding your viewpoint on what it means to be stable, what it means to have a healthy relationship with somebody. Is not just based on finances, which is so strange for Aries reading. Look at this, the Four of Pentacles. So much stuff about money is coming out, or just like physical environment. It could even be about physical appearance or something like that, like how something looks, how someone looks. Like in your heart space, you think a lot about, is it your physical appearance? You worry about how others do perceive you or something like that. That's what I'm seeing with this individuality card. Is like you don't want to be seen as different. You don't want to stand out. I'm seeing that here with these people holding his hands, and there's only one person on this card wearing this striped shirt. There you are, Aries. Let me see if I can get it a little bit clearer for you. That striped shirt there is like you have some kind of concern about standing out too much, going on your own path or something like that. And this is a shadow message, right? So it's about what do we need to work on. So this reading, these messages are not going to be like everything's perfect, you got it, like you know what you got going on, Aries. It's not going to be like that. The point is to help you through something that is affecting you or interfering with your happiness, with your longevity, with your ascension. Anyway, for your intuition, there's some kind of experience that you've been having for a long time, and it hasn't changed over time. Like you're supposed to change, and you know that, but it's something here. It feels like some kind of tradition or traditional way of thinking or seeing the world with the Ten of Pentacles here. Something related to family finances. I don't know what that's going to mean for all of you, but it's something related to like physical appearance, physical stability. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands, please. The Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's a certain, in the Eight of Cups, again, I can't make this shit up. There's some kind of emotional expression that you're not engaging in, Aries. You're not truly, and maybe it's not about you expressing it. I feel like you're not aligning yourself with it, with the truth of how you feel. And the Eight of Cups, again, is like you walking around with this, like, there's an elephant in the room. There's something that you know that you feel, but it doesn't come out. And maybe you just have this issue of expressing how you actually feel about things for whatever reason. I feel like that's the thing here. And I feel like instead of letting it out, you just kind of, you put it in these bottles here. See all these bottles? Instead of letting it come out of you, you just okay, I'm gonna put this one in here today, and maybe then you end up exploding or erupting at times, and that's not healthy, Aries. So whatever this is like when you feel things in the moment, I feel like you need to be processing them in that moment, not. And I don't know if this means that you do this with other people, maybe with a counselor or something like that. We have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is, for a lot of you, about the way that you approach your love life. And then the Six of Cups is in reverse here. There's for some of you, like, I'm just going to throw in this little tidbit. If this is a love reading, there's somebody that you're not talking to that you want to talk to. There's somebody that you're not expressing yourself to that you want to express yourself to. And whether this is in a positive way or something else, right? It is not clear. It's just going to depend for every one of you. But I just feel like you are not expressing yourself. And intuitively, you know you need to, but you're just saying stuff, and you're not saying anything, and you know you don't express when you feel unhappy with something, because you don't want to like disrupt the status quo. That's what I'm hearing. You don't want to rock the boat. I feel like you sit on a lot of your feelings, and that's not healthy. I wish you. Oh, let's get you an angel card. Let's see. Ask a question if you want, a yes or no question. It might answer it, it might not. It might be something totally different than what you expect. But you can ask a question right now. If you need to think about it, just pause the video. The answer is ask your angels. I'm telling you that they want to talk to you. And if you feel like, I don't know how to do that, I don't know how to talk to my angels, I don't know how to listen to that, that's because it's out of practice. That's because you need to do it more. It's just like when they say when you go to the dentist and they floss your teeth for you and they start bleeding, and as they say that it's bleeding, you're bleeding because you don't floss. So if you don't know how to listen to your spirit guides, you don't know how to listen to your higher self, you need to practice more. When you feel something inside of you, you need to stop and acknowledge the feeling and acknowledge, okay, where is that coming from? Is it something that I want to express to another person? Is it something I need to work with myself? Whatever it is, I feel like that is how you start to learn how to listen to your emotions. Your emotions really are a version of your higher self, if that makes sense. So I wish you the best of luck on the situation, Aries. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!